Is Little Rocket Lab the rare game that makes spreadsheets feel like a warm blanket? Or is it just chores in a cute sweater with conveyor belts? That's the question. The pitch is irresistible. Take a rundown coastal town, drop you in as Morgan, the engineer coming home, with a family rocket to finish, and then hand you a toolbox full of miners, furnaces, assemblers, and belts. The hook isn't crops, it's throughput. The vibe isn't crunch, it's cozy. And when your first line hums clean and parts spill out like popcorn, your brain releases the good chemicals on command. Let's set the scene. Reviews landed a very good to great band. Hardcore Gamer clocks it at 4.5, praising the Life Sim X automation blend while noting cramped layouts and tacked on combat. Loot Level Chill hits 8.5, calling it your next cozy obsession and praising how forgiving building feels. XboxEra goes 9.0, loving the comfort loop and flagging one big caveat: you only save when you sleep at night. All agree the art's charming, the soundtrack is gentle fuel for flow state, and the core loop just works. Platforms: PC, PS5, Xbox, and Switch with Game Pass at launch. Release date: October 7th, 2025. Publisher: No More Robots. Developer: Teenage Astronauts. No drama there, just parts and peace. Here's the bold take. This is the most approachable factory game you can hand to a Stardew player without scaring them off. And it's still chewy enough that Factorio dabblers won't feel like they're in kiddie mode. The numbers are friendly and legible. Hardcore Gamer even cites concrete rates. Think furnaces at 45 ingots per minute feeding machines that want 90. So your brain naturally snaps to 2 furnaces in, 3 miners out. It's factory math as Sudoku. On paper, that sounds clinical. In motion, it's tactile toy trains for grown-ups. You hammer junk, plop a miner, lay belts, and watch the town slowly relight. Where the life sim matters is friction. Stores have schedules. The university that doles out research isn't open on Sunday. Townsfolk have routines and gift preferences, and there's just enough relationship glue to make the place feel lived in without drowning you in dating sim homework. You wake at 6 a.m., plan the day, optimize a line, drop parts in a research bin, maybe chat with Aunt Ilonka, and this is key. There's no stamina leash bullying you into bed at 3 p.m. Loot Level Chill calls out that respect for your time. Days are long enough to make real progress if you're organized, and the game is generous about letting you tear down and rebuild when an idea goes sideways. Place a belt the wrong way. You can overwrite the direction without having to delete it tile by tile. That tiny quality of life thing turns fear of failure into experimentation. Now the counterpoint, because no take is complete without pushback. Hardcore Gamer argues space gets tight fast. Belts can't cross, so you use underpass tunnels to route items, and multi-input machines demand clearances that make symmetrical layouts feel like urban planning in a broom closet. If you crave endless sprawl, that can grate. My read: the constraint is the puzzle. You're solving for flow under cozy zoning laws, not paving an entire desert in iron plates. It's Zen Lego, not Megalopolis. The other ding is combat. There are slimes in a cave that bop you back to the entrance if you face tank. You whack them with a hammer, it's simple, and failure is a shrug. Hardcore Gamer asks why it exists. Fair. It's mood seasoning, not a system. Treat it as a palate cleanser between conveyor binges and move on. More interesting are the microsystems that make the town feel reactive. Daily e-waste at the port you can scavenge for chips you can't craft yet. Delivery jobs for cash if your lines can spare the bandwidth. Affection meters that grant little perks. The rocket project provides a constant distant star to chase. But your week to week is filled with tangible human scale wins. Let's talk research, because this is where some folks feel the grind. The university asks for hundreds, eventually thousands of components, and your choice is either backpack mule dam or run belt straight to the deposit ports. That's deliberate. The game nudges you from I can carry it to I should automate it, and then from I automated it to I should buffer it, and then to I should redo the belt bus because it's choking. It's the same dopamine curve that makes Satisfactory addictive, but rendered in soft pixels and town gossip. And because the town schedules and your save point are anchored to the day-night loop, planning matters. XboxEra's Save at Sleep note is the one design choice I'd flag hard. It fits the cozy rhythm. But if you're a parent or you live in Alt-Tab City, you might wish for manual quick saves. Consider this your heads up before a 3-hour belt binge. Performance and UX reports are strong. The pixel art reads clean even when the screen is chaos, and the soundtrack rides that lo-fi, steel and sunlight wavelength that keeps you in the pocket. There are quirks. Hardcore Gamer calls out a title menu that defaults to new game before the text fades in, and some early awkwardness with belt verticality, but they're paper cuts, not structural cracks. On the other hand, Loot Level Chill found placement forgiving enough that missteps didn't feel punishing, which tells me the intention landed. Make tinkering feel safe. So who is this actually for? If you live for Factorio's monstrous spaghetti, this is a smaller kitchen with better lighting. If you love Stardew but bounced off factory math, this is the training montage you didn't know you wanted. The joy is watching an isometric grid, measured in tidy squares, transform from rusted junk into a living system with miners synced to furnaces, synced to assemblers, synced to a rocket dream. It's not trying to be the biggest, it's trying to be the most human. And it mostly nails it. Veteran Games verdict. Buy if you want a cozy factory with real brain tease, a town that respects your schedule, and a gentle story that frames the grind as healing. Caution if you need freeform space, despise even lightweight combat cameos, or the save at night flow cramps your real-world life. On Game Pass, it's a no-brainer install. On other platforms, it's an easy recommend if one more day sounds like a threat to your sleep. If this kind of no BS deep dive is your thing, hitch a ride with Veteran Game and hit subscribe. Toss a like if you've ever rebuilt an entire line because a single elbow of Conveyor offended your soul. We see you, fellow throughput gremlins. Let's end on a spicy one. Is Little Rocket Lab better because it forces elegant, compact factories? Or would it be transcendent with belt crossovers and endless sprawl?